The tragic shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk has left the nation reeling. But one question remains at the heart of this devastating event. What drove the alleged shooter, Tyler Robinson, to commit such a heinous act? While authorities identified Robinson as the suspect, the motives behind the killing continue to fuel intense political debates across the U.S. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the lack of a clear motive, some political figures have already pointed fingers, sparking divisive narratives that only deepen the rift in an already polarized society. Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old from Washington, Utah, was revealed as the suspect in Kirk's murder. Robinson is a third-year student in an electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College. His parents are registered Republicans, though his own political beliefs remain unclear. Now deleted social media posts showed Robinson and his family posing with guns, adding another layer of complexity to his profile. And this is the part most people miss. Without concrete evidence of a motive, speculation has run wild, with some quick to label Robinson as a product of leftist ideology, while others caution against jumping to conclusions. Utah Governor Spencer Cox, in an emotional interview with the Wall Street Journal, stated, "It's very clear to us and to investigators that this was a person who was deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology." However, Cox provided no further details to support this claim, leaving many to wonder about the basis of such a bold assertion. A day earlier, Cox had delivered a heartfelt speech expressing his hope that the suspect wasn't from Utah. "Bad stuff happens, and for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, it wouldn't be one of us," he said, his voice trembling. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Cox's remarks have been widely praised for their call to unity, especially in contrast to the divisive rhetoric from figures like Donald Trump, who blamed radicals on the left for the nation's troubles. But here's the kicker. While some conservatives initially called for harsh punishment, including the death penalty, others have since softened their tone, instead urging prayers for Robinson's redemption. Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace, for instance, tweeted, "Kirk would want us to pray for such an evil and lost individual like Tyler Robinson to find Jesus Christ." The narrative took another turn when retracted reports claimed that bullet casings found at the scene were engraved with markings tied to trans ideology. This fueled speculation that Robinson might have been radicalized by extremist groups. Megyn Kelly, in a controversial take, suggested Robinson had a psychotic break and was radicalized in college, despite appearing to come from a loving, intact family. Meanwhile, white nationalist Nick Fuentes vehemently denied any connection to Robinson, claiming he and his followers were being framed. "If you take up arms, I disavow you," Fuentes declared, distancing himself from any potential violence. So, where does this leave us? With more questions than answers. Was Robinson motivated by political ideology, mental health struggles, or something else entirely? And what does this tragedy say about the state of our society? Is it fair to blame an entire group for the actions of one individual? These are the questions that demand honest, thoughtful discussion, not knee-jerk reactions. What do you think? Let's keep the conversation going, even if it means grappling with uncomfortable truths.